Hello, friends, and welcome to a tradition unlike any other. Just kidding, that's Jim Nance at the Masters. This is the Northwest Illinois Western Sun District Invitational, a tradition that is not a tradition because it's the first year we've ever done it, and very possibly the last. But anyway, it was our little crackpot idea to throw together another tournament here later on in the year compared to what we had done earlier in hopes of trying a few things out as we're getting ready to move into the postseason with the state series coming up pretty soon. And so we want to thank all of you for coming with us on this rather interesting journey here, and we thought that that this format that we ended up going with would be a nice way to ease us out of what we had been doing before, which is the pre-recorded asynchronous prelim rounds, and easing us into live rounds on Zoom, which we were able to do in round 3 and in the final. And we certainly had some hiccups today. We'll talk more about that here pretty soon, but for the most part, it was a pretty darn successful day, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little bit behind where we wanted to be optimistically, but frankly, in better shape than I thought we'd be at about 8 o'clock this morning when things kind of went kablooey. So anyhow, we were trying as much as we were able to make this tournament a little bit interesting, both in terms of format, but also in terms of setting here too. So I decided to put on a tie and a suit for the first time since, well, I can tell you, March 12th of last year. It was a National Honor Society induction, and I had a thing right over there here in the auditorium at DHS, and that was 2 days before everything went haywire and got locked down. So it's nice to start moving things back into normal. Mr. Tito, if you want to show everybody, we are live here in the beautiful DHS auditorium. Our friend Mr. Allen is up there in the booth, and we have a whole bunch of empty seats. Mr. Allen, how many empty seats do we have? 768, he said. 768 empty seats that we are hoping to have filled very, very soon yet again as we do start to move back to normal. So, all right, let's dispense with a few pleasantries and then we'll get to awards here pretty soon. So, everybody, again, thank you again for your patience, your understanding, your pity, your restraint in not swearing at any of us on Zoom calls as we were trying to figure out what exactly the heck was going on. And as I said, we did have some hiccups this morning, but things worked out pretty well. And I like to think that we've learned some things moving forward, so hopefully it'll go smoother the next time. I do have many, many individuals to thank, so I'll go through them quickly. All of the coaches for all of their work to get things ready, not just for this tournament, but this entire year. So a great job there for all of our coaches. Specifically, coaches who are helping in the tab room today. So I'd like to thank Dirk Palmer and Angie McHale from Byron, Chuck Price from Sterling, Douglas MacArthur from Jefferson, Brianna Britton and Court Burkhart from St. Charles East, Stephanie and Josh Succo from Cary Grove, Tim Connors from Freeport, and of course, Lori Pillen from Rochelle Township High School. And this whole thing couldn't have gone anywhere near as smoothly as it did without all the great help we had from the DHS Forensics coaching staff. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Mr. Mikey Tito, Mr. James Zucker, Ms. Deanne Hornoff, Ms. Danielle Apperson, and on behalf of Greg Solomon and myself, the other head coaches there, thanks to everybody for making this day go pretty darn well, really. Big thanks to Mr. Allen, our auditorium manager, for allowing us to do this silliness right here. And also, everybody, every tournament, I think it's really important that we take a moment there when we do speak to them again and thank our judges for being willing to spend their time, and it's not just Saturdays anymore, it's now a little bit Thursday and a little bit Friday, to spend their time and contribute their expertise and their knowledge to make this work. Quite obviously, this could not happen without their service right there. So thank you to all of the judges. Okay, as we are getting to awards now, everybody, what we are going to do, given the size of the tournament, we decided not to hold separate novice finals. But when we did have novices who did not make either the varsity or the next in final, we are going to read their names off as well. For that reason, everybody, because I'm dealing with two different documents right here, the SpeechWire script, but also Mrs. Pillen's handwritten chicken scratch, which is hard enough to read on a good day, Love you, Mrs. Pillen. Anyway, we are going to be going in boring alphabetical order, so bear with me here, everybody. So we'll begin then with dramatic duet acting. In the next and final round today of DDA, finishing in third place from Rochelle, the team of Ariel Zerker and Jen Heinrich. In second place from United Township, Rachel Winkle and Helena Jackson. And your next in final round champions in DDA from DeKalb, the team of Isabel Woodruff and Sydney Walter. And in the open final here of DDA, finishing in sixth place from Rock Falls, the team of Emma Watts and Cheyenne Duche. In fifth place from Freeport, Haley Thies and Noah Redmore. Finishing in fourth place today in DDA from Cary Grove, Jake Fisher and Sarah Maher. In third place today from Sterling High School, the team of Jenica Francis and Samantha Feather. Our runner-up in DDA is from Cary Grove. It is the team of Aaron Palmero and Bridget Heinhold. And our tournament champions in dramatic duet acting from Larkin, the team of Lila Hansen and Ariana Munoz. Moving on to DI, we do want to acknowledge our top three novices today in DI. Third place novice DI goes to Sterling's Michelle Henderson Bellows. In second place, from Freeport, Dontrell Jackson. And in first place novice DI today from DeKalb, Grace Basnet. In the next in final round of DI, finishing in seventh place today from Rochelle, Michaela Preston. In sixth place from Freeport, Brooke Parkinson. Fifth place goes to Bartlett's Caitlin Gack. In fourth, from Cary Grove, Logan West. Finishing in third in next in DI today from Jefferson, Olivia Vereb. In second place from River Ridge, Bethany Diederich. And your next in final round champ in DI from Byron, Hope Cornett. We also had 7 finalists in the open final of DI, finishing in seventh place from the Elgin Streamwood Co-op, Sylvia Campagna. Finishing in sixth from Cary Grove, Bridget Heinhold. In fifth place today in DI from Sandwich, Lucia Town. In fourth from Pearl City, Tori Leverton. Finishing in third place today from Larkin, Ariana Munoz. Your runner-up in DI from DeKalb, Unique Omadayo. And your tournament champion in dramatic interpretation from Sterling, Jenica Francis. Moving on to Extemp. Our top novices today, finishing in third place from Rock Falls, Cheyenne Hansen. And tying for first among our top novices in Extemp today, from Freeport, Hannah Kakao. And from St. Charles East, William Kaiser. Moving on to the next in final of Extemp, finishing in seventh place from the Elgin Streamwood Co-op, Mahi Patel. In sixth from Freeport Aquin High School, Mason McIntyre. In fifth place from Bartlett, Ibad Khan. In fourth from Huntley, Madison Mueller. Finishing in third place in next in Extemp from Freeport, Carolyn Helms. Second place goes to Byron's Gavin Remhoff. And your first place winner in the next in final of Extemp from Cary Grove, Chris Smith. We had 6 finalists today in the open final of Extemp. Finishing in sixth place from Bartlett, Peter Joas. Finishing in fifth place from Cary Grove, Tazia Mackel. Finishing in fourth today from Byron, Joey Pina. Third place in Extemp goes to DeKalb's Jackson Huschel. Your runner-up in Extemp from Cary Grove, Braden Wall. And your tournament champion in extemporaneous speaking from Rochelle Township High School, Megan Thiravong. Let's move on to HDA. And I should say, everybody, I neglected to mention it with DDA a moment ago, a big attaboy and girls, to all of you who competed in duets today. We know that duets have a whole degree of difficulty to them above and beyond the other events out there as well in terms of blocking. And today you had to talk to a live judge and hope that they got their screen set up well. So great job, everybody, for competing in our duets. And hopefully Mic test, are we back and running? Okay, we're going to try it again. I'm going to go back to, I'll do the all of HDA again, everybody. Bear with us, sorry. In sixth place in the next in final from Rochelle, Mateo Hughes and Addison Stewart. In fifth place from DeKalb, Mari Casca and Madison Casiano. In fourth place from Bartlett, Sean Berry and Lauren Cole. In third place from Rochelle, Jen Heinrich and Bella Nauman. Second place goes to Cary Groves, Jake Fisher and Sarah Maher. And your champions in Next in HDA from DeKalb, Gabe Stewart and Ashley Wilson. And in the open final of HDA, finishing in sixth place today from Rock Falls, Grace Boostrom and Remington Collins. Fifth place belongs to Cary Groves, Nick Anchetta and Delaney Blome. Finishing today in fourth place from Larkin, the team of Tori Didden and Maddie Hopp. In third place, also from Larkin, Tony Violetta and Axel Magana. Finishing in second place in HDA from Sterling, Eleanor Howell and Sophie Shaw. And your tournament champions in HDA from Rochelle, Paul Swartz and Michaela Preston. All right, moving on to humorous interp. Several novices we'd like to acknowledge here today. In fifth place from Sandwich, Jimeno Benitez. In fourth from Cary Grove, Natalie Gogolatas. In third place from Sterling, Sydney Graves. Finishing in second from Sandwich, Angel Ramirez. And first place novice from Larkin, Lucy Kohler. In the next in final of HI, finishing in sixth place from St. Charles East, Ava Bradford. In fifth from Bartlett, Colleen Fleming. Finishing in fourth today from River Ridge, Owen Holcomb. Third place goes to Byron's Tori Kuzlik. In second place from United Township, Samantha Skinner. And in first place in the next in HI final from Rochelle, Paul Swartz. And in the final round of HI today, finishing in seventh place from Freeport, Noah Redmore. In sixth from Byron, Jane Lind. Fifth place belongs to Freeport's Rachel Sudo. In fourth place from Cary Grove, Logan West. In third place today in HI from Bartlett, Sean Berry. Your runner-up today is from Cary Grove, Nick Anchetta. And your tournament champion in humorous interp from DeKalb, Allie Bellick. Okay, moving on into impromptu, acknowledging our novices. In fifth place novice today from DeKalb, Lucas Keller. In fourth place from Rock Island, Drew Jarding. Third place belongs to Riverdale's Veronica Reck. In second place from Galena, Andrew Sanchez. And in first place from Rochelle, Aiden Ramsey. In the next in final of impromptu, finishing today in sixth place from Huntley, Emily Dunfriend. Fifth place goes to DeKalb's Brick Shiola Williams. In fourth place from South Elgin, Brianna Yu. Third place goes to Cary Grove's Chris Smith. In second place from Byron, Shannon McHale. And in first place from Cary Grove, Braden Wall. And in the open final of impromptu speaking today, finishing in sixth place from Elgin Streamwood, Emily Flores. Fifth place goes to Freeport's Macy Olson. In fourth place from Rochelle, Faith Worthington. Third place goes to Huntley's Madison Mueller. In second place from Bartlett, Joyce Yang. And your tournament champion in impromptu speaking from St. Charles East, Katie Kempf. Moving on to informative speaking. Our top novice today hails from Riverdale. It is Mateo West. In the next in final of informative speaking, finishing in sixth place from South Elgin, Maya Sherman. In fifth place from Larkin, Maddie Hopp. Fourth place goes to Bartlett's Katie Sanders. In third from Rochelle, Jessica Nguyen. In second place from Freeport, Mina Toluanari. And in first place in the next in final round of informative speaking from DeKalb, Haneen Awadal Syed. And in the open final of informative, finishing in seventh place from Cary Grove, Chris Smith. From Freeport High School, Sydney Patterson. Finishing in fifth place from Byron, Sadie Stickler. Fourth place in informative speaking goes to South Elgin's Alyssa Muley. In third place from Cary Grove, Bridget Heinhold. Your runner-up in informative from Rochelle, Faith Worthington. And your tournament champion in informative speaking from Byron, Eric Dietig. Moving on to oratorical declamation. Among our novice finishers today, finishing in 5th place from Rochelle, Addison Stewart. 4th place goes to Galena's Emma Blom. In 3rd place from Rock Island, Favre Noya. In 2nd place from Bartlett, Nitya Shah. And in 1st place, novice deck today from Crystal Lake Central, Sophia Piro. And moving on to the next in final of deck, finishing in 6th place from Huntley, Rebecca Reeves. 5th place goes to Freeport's Carolyn Helms. In 4th place from Riverdale, Ella Fornero Green. Finishing in 3rd from United Township, Kate Roman. In 2nd place from Bartlett, Joyce Yang. And in 1st place in the next in final of oratorical of deck, finishing in 6th place from Rochelle, Morgan Haas. 5th place goes to Freeport's Haley Thies. In 4th place from South Elgin, Sadie Moss. Finishing in 3rd today from DeKalb, Kiara Morrow. Your runner-up in deck from Rochelle, Bella Nauman. And your tournament champion in oratorical declamation from Cary Grove, Katie Barcy. Moving on into OC, our top novice of the day hails from St. Charles East. It is Elizabeth Noack. And moving on into the next in final of OC, finishing in 6th place from Byron, Mike Rock. 5th place goes to Freeport's Logan Tessendorf. In 4th place from Rock Falls, Emma Watts. 3rd place goes to Huntley's Kenzie Blake. In 2nd place from Elgin Streamwood, Nina Peruccio. And in 1st place in next in OC from Huntley, Logan Blake. And in the open final of OC, finishing in 6th place today from Cary Grove, Sarah Maher. 5th place goes to Byron's Jane Lind. In 4th place from Rochelle, Ava Coglianesi. In 3rd place from DeKalb, Allie Bellick. Your runner-up in OC from Sterling, Tori Ardini. And your tournament champion in OC from Cary Grove, Nick Anchetta. Moving on to original oratory, acknowledging our novices today. Finishing in 6th place from Riverdale, Maggie Kelly. In 5th place from Rochelle, Cece Vargas. In 4th place from Freeport, Corinne Schneiderman. In 3rd place from Cary Grove, Lucas Hennessy. And we had a two-way tie for our top novice in original oratory from Larkin, Aiden Weeks, and from Crystal Lake Central, Madeline Gray. Next in final of oratory, finishing in 6th place today from Huntley, Ava Burns. In 5th from Cary Grove, Tazia Maki. In 4th place from DeKalb, Haneen Awadal Syed. 3rd place goes to Cary Grove's Braden Wall. In 2nd place from South Elgin, Vishnu Srinivasan. And in 1st place in next in oratory today from Rochelle, Morgan Haas. And in the open final of OO, finishing in 6th place today from Byron, Lauren Shank. 5th place goes to United Township's Ariana Davis. In 4th place from Byron, Elena Haas. In 3rd place today from Cary Grove, Christine Perkins. Our runner-up today from Freeport, Sydney Pedersen. And our tournament champion in original oratory from Bartlett, Gari Yadava. Moving on into poetry, our top novices there. Finishing in 4th place from Sandwich, Katie Goldstein. From Rochelle in 3rd place, Lily Owen. 2nd place goes to Sterling's Angelina Lopez. And our top novice in poetry today from Cary Grove, Alexa Snyder. Into the next in final of poetry, in 6th place from Elgin Streamwood, Sierra Clark. In 5th place from Rochelle, Ariel Zerker. 4th place goes to Cary Grove's Jesse Hyde. In 3rd place from Sandwich, Cadence Went. 2nd place goes to United Township's Samantha Hofstetter. And in 1st place in next in poetry today from Sterling, Caden Root. And moving on to the open final of poetry, finishing in 6th place today from Freeport, Layla Rawling. In 5th place from Larkin, Lila Hansen. In 4th place from Byron, Bryn Munt. 3rd place goes to Larkin's Ponce Vargas. In 2nd place in poetry reading today from DeKalb, Unique Omadayo. And your tournament champion in poetry reading from Cary Grove, Aaron Palmero. Moving on into prose, acknowledging our top novices, finishing in 6th place from Galena, Caitlin Weed. In 5th place from Bartlett, Sarwardi Khan. In 4th place from Larkin, Brianna Trejo. 3rd place belongs to Rochelle's Danica Ward. In 2nd place from Freeport, Rachel Salazar. And in 1st place novice today from Crystal Lake Central, Madeline Gray. In the next in final of prose, finishing in 6th place from Byron, Jaden Newton. 5th place goes to Ackwan's Mason McIntyre. In 4th place from Rock Falls, Bailey Robinette. In 3rd place from Huntley, Isabel Kusiolik. In 2nd place from Cary Grove, Anna Hawkinson. And in 1st place in the next in final round of prose reading from Elgin Streamwood, Sierra Clark. In the open final of prose, finishing in 6th place today from Freeport, Layla Rawling. 5th place goes to Byron's Sophie Tucker. In 4th place from DeKalb, Ashley Wilson. In 3rd place today from River Ridge, Bethany Diederich. Your runner-up in prose from Cary Grove, Katie Barcy. And your tournament champion in prose reading from DeKalb, Sydney Walter. Moving on into radio speaking, among our novices today, finishing in 6th place from Byron, Andrew Friedland. In 5th place from DeKalb, Grace Basnet. 4th place goes to Rochelle's Danica Ward. In 3rd place, also from Rochelle, Aiden Ramsey. In 2nd place from Bartlett, Adit Dandapani. And in 1st place from Galena, Jovian Pham. In the next in final of radio speaking.
Do that one again. Do this event again.
Okay, we're going to start radio back over. Novices too? No, we'll take it up from next in here. Sorry, so back to next in finalists in radio. In 6th place from Elgin Streamwood, Emily Flores. In 5th place from Larkin, Axel Magana. 4th place goes to Freeport's Macy Olson. In 3rd place in Next In Radio from Byron, Shannon McHale. In 2nd place from DeKalb, Blessing Coranez. And in 1st place in the Next In final round of radio speaking from Larkin, Brianna Trejo. And in the final round of radio speaking today, finishing in 7th place from Riverdale, Boston Lady. In 6th place from Cary Grove, Aaron Palmero. 5th place goes to United Township's Javon Fowler. Finishing in 4th place in radio speaking from Sterling, Caden Root. 3rd place goes to DeKalb's Jackson Huschel. In 2nd place from Cary Grove, Christine Perkins. And your tournament champion in radio speaking from St. Charles East, Katie Kempf. And on to, last but not least, special occasion speaking. Our top novices today finishing in 4th place from St. Charles East, Chris Severson. In 3rd place from Bartlett, Arushi Chauhan. In 2nd place from United Township, Ariana Davis. And our 1st place novice special occasion speaker today from Cary Grove, Tazra Mockel. That's the last of Mrs. Pillen's handwriting I have to read today. I'm quite excited. Sorry, everybody. We'll blame half of that on her and half of that on my poor reading. Moving into the next in final of SOS where things are typed. So I have no one to blame but myself. Finishing in 6th place today from Cary Grove, Jesse Hyde. In 5th place from DeKalb, Brick Shiola Williams. 4th place goes to Sandwich's Lucia Town. In 3rd place from Cary Grove, Tazia Maki. 2nd place goes to Bartlett's Harmon Dillon. And in 1st place in the next in final round of SOS from DeKalb, Gabe Stewart. Into the open final of SOS, finishing in 6th place from Rochelle, Heidi Cruz. 5th place goes to Cary Grove's Alexa Snyder. Finishing in 4th today from South Elgin, Alex Karwowski. In 3rd place, from Freeport, Brooke Parkinson. Our runner-up today in SOS from Rochelle, Ava Coglianis. And our tournament champion in SOS from Cary Grove, Katie Barcy.
Can you reread the top two in the next gen deck? Those guys are-
I can. Just a moment, everybody. Heard we had a little issue with deck. Did you mean the first two or the last two? Next in deck. Everybody, next in deck. I heard there was an issue with that, so I'm going to reread those ones. Next in oratorical declamation, finishing in 6th place from Huntley, Rebecca Reeves. 5th place from Freeport, Carolyn Helms. In 4th place from Riverdale, Ella Fornero Green. 3rd place goes to United Township's Kate Roman. In 2nd place from Bartlett, Joyce Yang. And in 1st place in next in oratorical declamation from DeKalb, Blessing Coranez. That must mean we got the medals all wrong, so we're going to need you guys to come back here on stage as soon as we're done and switch all the medals around. Oh, wait. Things we used to do that we don't anymore, but we will again soon. So, on that happy note, everybody, we are just about done for the day. And before I read team sweeps, let me say again, thank you to everybody who helped make today work, all of the coaches, all of the judges, but most importantly, all of the competitors. You know, this is a tough time for all of you guys, and I know I speak for all of us when we say that most of us are old. Okay, we have more years on this earth than you guys have, and so for 1 year to be just kind of, you know, like this for us, you know, it's okay, we'll get over it. But you guys are only young once, and you're only a high school freshman or sophomore or junior or senior once. And what's happened to you guys over the last 10 and a half months right now has been tough. And I know it's really easy for teachers and coaches and parents and everybody else out there in the world to say, hey, just get over it and do what you got to do. But I know that it's different coming at it from your perspective, ladies and gentlemen. So what I can say as a coach, as a parent, as a colleague of some of these great people that I work with right here, thank you for being here this year. Thank you for the work that you guys have put into this. We absolutely know and understand that these circumstances are far from ideal. But if you guys are listening to me right now, that means that you made a choice a little while ago. And the choice you had was we can just say forget it, and we can sit around and kind of feel sorry for ourselves and do nothing for a while, or we can try the best that we can do to get as much as we can out of this time and this experience. And if, as I said, if you're listening to me right now, that's the choice that you guys have made. And so I think I speak for everybody else involved when I say thank you for making that choice. It is still a great deal of fun for us and very rewarding to get to work with you. We hope that you guys are still having fun and are still getting something out of this process. I know that you are, and I applaud you for the good choices that you've made. Towards the end of the season and get closer to regionals and sectionals and state. We know that those experiences don't always end on a happy note for everybody. In that regard, maybe the same could be said for a day like today. But again, thank you for the time and the effort that you have put into it, and we hope that you enjoyed it along the way. All right, enough of that, everybody. Moving on to the cold, hard cash of Team Sweepstakes. Just kidding, there is no cash, but it is cold outside, and the ground is in fact hard. All right, everybody, finishing in 5th place today with 263 team points, Bartlett High School. In 4th place with 286 points, Byron. In 3rd place with 315 points, Freeport High School. Our runner-up today with 338 points, Rochelle. And our tournament champions with 422 team points, the Trojans of Cary Grove. So, everybody, on that note, a big congratulations to everybody who competed and earned some team points today. Congrats to all of our finalists and our teams that placed as well. We hope you guys had a good day. We hope it taught you something as we move forward. And again, we thank you for all of your time and your effort, and best of luck to everybody down the road. Hope to see you again in person very soon.